Okay, boys and girls, we are back and we are learning more about customary measurement. Today we're going to be talking about customary capacity, and capacity is the amount that an object can hold. So you're not actually talking about the outside of it or how big it is, but how much it actually contains inside. Okay, in customary measurement, capacity is measured in fluid ounces. So customary capacity, the different units. Yesterday you learned about inches and feet and yards and miles, and today we're going to talk about the customary capacity measurements, and they are a cup. A cup is one of the smaller ones. Ounces was the smallest unit, and 8 fluid ounces makes up a cup. So you're thinking about the milk carton that you have in the cafeteria every day. Okay, then we're talking about a pint. A pint is actually 2 cups. So 8 plus 8 is 16. So a pint has 16 fluid ounces. In this case, you're going to think of like a small container of ice cream. Okay, a quart is 32 fluid ounces. So a quart is actually 4 cups and 2 pints. So in this case, you're thinking of a large soda from like McDonald's or something, like a large drink from a fast food restaurant. And then a gallon is 128 fluid ounces. He is actually 4 quarts. So this is when you think of a gallon of milk like you get from the grocery store. So here's a visual of what I'm talking about. We have gallon, who's the biggest unit. He is split up into 4 quarts of equal size. And then we split each one of those quarts up into pints. So you'll see here that a gallon contains 2, 4, 6, 8 pints. And then each one of those pints is split up into 2 cups. So we really are splitting things. Besides the gallon, we split into 4. And now we're splitting into halves. So each pint contains 2 cups. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cups. Then we split the cups even further, and each cup is represented into 8 ounces. So that's shown down on the bottom graphic. So it lets me know that a cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. A pint is equal to 2 cups, therefore 16 fluid ounces. A quart is equal to 2 pints, 4 cups, and 32 fluid ounces. And a gallon is 4 quarts, 8 pints, 16 cups, and 128 fluid ounces. All right, so we're going to start here. We're going to review our skills of input-output table. So in our input-output table, we have some different tables here set up, and I'm going to talk you through and get you started on some of them, and then I'm going to have you finish the rest for me. So we have here pints and cups is our first table. Okay, so if I look at my information over there, I have that two cups make up 1 pint. So pints are large. So we had that conversation yesterday some about fly to horse and horse to fly, that horses are bigger than flies and flies are smaller than horses. And so when I look at pints, pints are bigger than cups. Pints are large and cups are small. So when we're thinking about it, if I'm going from horse, which is big, like a pint, to fly, which is small, like a cup, I'm going from horse to fly. So I'm supposed to be multiplying. I want my answer to get bigger. So our rule on the mathematics chart says that we're going to multiply by 2. Okay, so what I need to think of on number 1 there, what times 2 equals 2? Not what is 2 times 2, but blank times 2 equals 2. Can you think about that? What times 2 would be equal to 2? Well, if you said 1, you're correct. 1 times 2 equals 2. Okay, so we're going to go down to the next one. Now, if I had 1 pint, that's equal to 2 cups. So what if I had 2 pints? If this pint is equal to 2 cups, and then I had 2 of those, then that would be 2 times 2. 2 times 2 would be 4. So 2 pints is equal to 4 cups. Then I have 3 pints. 3 pints. If I had 2 in 1 pint, another 2 in the second pint, and another 2 cups in the third pint, that would be 3 times 2, which would be 2, 4, and 6. Okay, so you have a couple blanks here left that you're going to finish on the next slide from that rule, but you're just going to figure out what times 2 equals 8 and what 5 times 2 is to fill in those blanks. All right, the next slide we have gallons and quarts. Okay, so if I look over there at my cheat sheet, I have 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. Gallons are horses, they're big. Quarts are small, okay, like a fly. So I need to multiply again, and my magic number is 4. So this rule is going to be gallons times 4 equals quarts. So I have 2 gallons. If each gallon is worth 4 quarts, 2 times 4 equals 8. So I'm going to fill that in. Then I have something gallons times 4 equals 16. What times 4 equals 16? So we could skip count by 4s. We have 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16. So I'm going to fill in a 4 in that spot. 4 gallons are equal to 16 quarts. Okay, then I have 6 gallons. Okay, we skipped. Notice that we're not filling in every single table. And that's the thing about an input-output table. You can't figure out the pattern on the one side. You have to figure out across. So my rule in this table is times 4. So 6 times 4. So let's count by 6s. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. And 6 times 4 is 24. So 24 should go over there. Okay, and then I'm left with 2 more for you to fill in later. Okay, next we're going from quarts to pints. So I look over there at my cheat sheet and I see there on my formula that 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. So that means quarts are bigger, pints are smaller. So I want my answer to get bigger, so I'm going to multiply. Multiply by 2, which is my magic number. So quarts times 2 equals pints. So I have 1 quart if every quart is equal to 2 pints, and I only have 1. 1 times 2 equals 2. Okay, then I have my quarts is missing, and I have my pints. I need to figure out what times 2 equals 4. So I can count by 2s. 2 would be 1. I saw that up top. And then 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm going to have 2 quarts that are equal to those 4 pints. Then I see I have 6. So I'm counting by 2s because every quart has 2 pints. So 1 had 2, 2 had 4 pints. So 3, 2, 4, 6 is going to be my answer for this one. Now in this one, all you have to do is take 4 times 2 and 5 times 2 to fill in for your quarts transferring and converting to pints. Okay, number 16 down here on the bottom, we have cups and fluid ounces. Cups are big, like a measuring cup. Okay, inside of that cup, I have, according to my cheat sheet over here, my formulas, I have 1 cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. So if I have 8 fluid ounces, that's easy. That would be times 8 would be my rule. And I'm going to have 1 cup. 1 cup is equal to 8 ounces, according to the information I have over there. Didn't really have to do a whole lot for that one. But then it moves on to 3 cups. So if my rule, if I have 1 cup is 8, and I need what 8 plus 8 plus 8 is, which is the same thing as 8 times 3. So 3 times 8 is 24. So that goes up there for number 17. Number 18, my cups is empty again, and so I have to count by 8s until I get to 40 and figure out what times 8 equals 40. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Times 3 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 5 is 40. So 5 cups are equal to 40. And then you have to do 7 times 8 and 9 times 8 on the next slide to finish. Okay, gallons and pints. Gallons are super big. Okay, gallons are the biggest capacity unit that we know about in customary measurement. And I have over here on my sheet, I have that 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts, and each one of those quarts has 2 pints. So therefore, 1 gallon is equal to 8 pints. So I'm going to go that my rule is times 8. So whatever goes in for gallons, I'm going to multiply by 8. That's my rule to come out for the output, which is pints. So 4 times 8 is 32, and 5 times 8, we just figured out a minute ago, is 40. Now we have to go backwards and figure out what times 8 is 48. Well, I just figured out that 5 times 8 is 40. So 48 is only one more 8. So that wouldn't be 5, it would be 6. And then you have to figure out 24 and 25, which is going back and figuring out what times 8 equals 56 and what 8 times 8 is to figure out for number 25. All right, next one we have quarts and cups. If I look over there at my sheet, I have that a quart is equal to 2 pints, and each one of those pints is equal to 2 cups. So that makes 4 cups for every quart. So my rule for this, quarts are big and cups are small, I'm going to be multiplying by 4. So in this case, the quart, the big thing, is empty. So I'm going to have to go back and figure out what times 4 equals 8. So 4 times 1, if I only had 1 quart, that would be equal to 4 cups. So if I had another quart, that would be equal to 8 cups. So that's going to be 2 quarts. And then I can just follow the rule. I'm going to put in 3 quarts. I'm going to divide up those quarts into cups, and 3 times 4 equals 12. Then I'm going to put in 4 quarts on the next one, and I'm going to follow the rule 4 times 4 equals 16. Now on these last two ones, on 29 and 30, you're going to have to go back, which means you're going to have to figure out what times 4 equals 20 and what times 4 equals 24. Okay, so we're going to do our best. We're going to do some activities with the gallon guy, and we will see you next time.